My name is Victor, and in today's video I'm gonna walk you through this specific motorhome, which is a Winnebago Vita 24F built on a Mercedes Sprinter chassis. At first, let's go through the specs of this vehicle. The length of this vehicle is 24.7. The height is 11.6. The width with the slide in is 7.6. It drives and feels like a big SUV. It has a good radius. You can turn and park in very tight spaces with such build. Before we start looking at the utility systems, let's begin with the first thing you'll use every day, and that's the entry door. This door has two separate locks. The upper lock is the deadbolt. The lower lock controls the door latch. Let's start with the deadbolt. To lock it, turn the key clockwise down. Then return the key to the horizontal position and remove it. To unlock it, turn the key clockwise up. Then return the key to the horizontal position and remove it. The lower lock controls the door latch. When the key slot is vertical, the latch is unlocked. When the key slot is in horizontal, the latch is locked. Before leaving the RV, always check both locks to make sure the door is secure. Now let's talk about the propane system. The RV is equipped with a propane tank that supplies fuel to several important systems throughout the coach. Propane is used to power the stove, the furnace, the water heater, and the generator. Let's open the propane compartment and take a closer look. Before opening the propane valve, always make sure all stove burners are turned completely off. This is an important safety step because we never want propane flowing into an appliance that has been accidentally left on. Now let's look at the propane service valve. When opening this valve, do it slowly. Do not open it quickly. Opening the valve too fast can sometimes activate the propane safety device inside the system, which may restrict propane flow. To avoid that problem, slowly turn the valve until it's fully open. After opening the valve, verify that all propane appliances remain off until you are ready to use them. Now let's look at the gauge. This is a mechanical gauge. It shows an approximate propane level inside the tank. For safety reasons, propane tanks are not filled to 100% capacity. A full tank is typically filled to about 80 to 85% to allow room for propane expansion as temperature changes. Finally, this is the propane fill connection. That concludes the propane system overview, and let's move to the next section. Let's begin by locating the water heater. It is located behind this exterior access panel. Inside you see the water heater and the pressure relief valve. Before turning on the water heater, we must make sure the tank is completely full of water. This is extremely important. Never turn on the water heater when the tank is empty. Doing so can cause damage to the water heater. Let me show you the proper procedure. Step 1. Connect the RV to city water. If you are not connected to the city water, make sure there is water in the fresh water tank and turn on the water pump. Step 2. Return to the water heater and carefully lift the pressure relief valve. As the tank begins filling, trapped air inside the water heater will escape through this valve. Once you have a steady stream of water with no air bubbles, the water heater tank is completely full. At this point, it is safe to operate the water heater. Turn on the water heater using the control switch inside the RV. The water heater operates on propane. Allow approximately 15 to 20 minutes for the water to reach temperature. Before taking a shower, always test the water temperature carefully. The water can become very hot. One final reminder. If you are ever unsure whether the water heater contains water. Do not turn it on until you complete this filling procedure. This simple step can prevent one of the most common and expensive RV repairs. Now, let's take a look at the main storage compartment. This compartment contains many of camping accessories included with your rental. Let's open and take a quick look inside. Inside you'll find camping chairs, a folding camping table, an outdoor rug, a ground tarp, a portable gas grill, a portable camping stove, leveling blocks, and most importantly, the freshwater equipment. The blue hose you see here is used only for fresh potable water. Please, do not use this hose for flushing tanks, cleaning sewer equipment, or any other purpose. This hose is reserved exclusively for clean drinking water. Keeping it clean helps ensure safe water throughout your trip. Before I will explain how to fill the freshwater tank, which is 41 gallons of water, I want to mention that the city water and freshwater tank, there are two separate systems. And when you are connected to the city water, your freshwater tank is not filling. So before leaving a state park for dry camping, make sure you fill up your freshwater tank in the following way. The freshwater tank capacity, as I said, it's 41 gallons, and it's located right here next to the storage compartment. When filling the freshwater tank, the water filter should always be at the fill neck of the RV. Next, connect the blue hose to the filter. Then connect the other end of the hose to your water source. Now let's move to the driver's side of the RV and look at the city water connection. This connection is used when you are staying at a campground that provides pressurized water service. When using city water, we connect things slightly differently. The pressure regulator should be installed first directly at the campground water source. Next, connect the water filter. Then connect the blue hose to the filter. Finally, connect the other end of the hose to the city water connection on the RV. The connection order is campground water source, pressure regulator. By the way, it's set at 20-25 psi, not higher, to prevent damage to the water lines and stuff like this. Water filter, blue hose, RV city water connection. When connected to city water, make sure the water pump inside the RV is turned off. The campground water system is already providing pressure. The water pump is only needed when using water from freshwater tank. After you are finished using the water system, disconnect the hose, drain any remaining water, place the hose back into the storage bag with the filter and the pressure regulator, and return everything to the storage compartment. Inside the storage compartment we have these two buttons, which are the stabilizers. By pushing them down, you'll put the stabilizers down to stabilize the vehicle so it's not rocking. They are working only when the engine is off and parking is on. Before leaving the RV or driving away, always verify the compartment door is fully latched. At the bottom of the compartment door you'll find the lock. I'll show you in the video how to position it to make sure it locks. Insert the key and lock the compartment. After locking it, gently pull on the door to confirm it's secure. Always double check compartment doors before leaving. A quick inspection only takes a few seconds and helps prevent damage or lost equipment while driving. Now it's time to talk about the safety and well-being of everybody on that trip, and specifically about the roof ladder safety. The ladder is provided for maintenance and service access only. The roof of this RV is not designed for recreational use, walking around or spending time on top of the roof. The roof surface is thin and can be easily damaged, also can be slippery, especially when wet. For your safety, please do not climb the ladder. Please do not allow children to climb the ladder either. A fall from the roof can result in serious injury or even death. To keep everyone safe and help ensure you have a wonderful trip, please stay off the ladder and the roof at all times. Thank you for helping keep everyone safe. Now let's look at the electrical connection compartment. Inside you'll see two important things. First is the electrical outlet located inside the compartment. This outlet provides power from the onboard generator. Second is the main power cord for the RV. This power cord supplies electricity to the coach. When using the generator, the RV power cord must be plugged into this outlet. Without this connection, generator power will not be supplied to the RV. Now let's talk about campground power. When arriving at the campsite with electrical hookups, unplug the RV power cord from the generator outlet. Plug the surge protector, that it's included right here, into campground power. Then connect the RV power cord to surge protector. For campsites that only provide a standard 120 volt outlet, an adapter is also included. This adapter allows you to connect the RV to a regular household style outlet when needed. Also make sure all connections are secure before using electrical appliances. Now let's talk about the black tank, gray tank and sewer connection system. This is one of the most important parts of RV camping and one of the areas where new RV users make the most mistakes. The black tank holds waste from the toilet. The gray tank holds water from sinks and shower. Even if you are connected to a campground sewer hookup, keep both black and gray tank valves closed during normal use. This is very important. The black tank needs liquid and tank chemicals inside the tank to properly break down waste and control odors. If the black tank valve is left open at all time, liquids drain away and solids remain behind, creating odors and clogs. Use RV normally and monitor the tank levels from the control panel inside the coach. When the tanks become full, it's time to dump them. Let's look at the equipment provided. Inside the rear bumper, you'll find a short sewer hose which is about 4 feet long. I personally prefer because it is easy to clean and easy to store because of its size. A longer sewer hose is also provided if the campground sewer connection is farther away. You'll also find disposable gloves and sewer hose support if needed. To dump the tanks, connect the sewer hose securely to the RV outlet and the campground sewer connection. First open the black tank valve and allow the tank to drain completely. Once the black tank is empty, close the black tank valve. Next, open the gray tank valve. The gray water helps rinse the sewer hose before storage. When the gray tank is empty, close the gray tank valve. Disconnect the hose, rinse it, and store it properly. After every black tank dump, add 2 ounces of black tank treatment chemicals to the toilet. Let's take a look inside the next storage compartment. Inside you'll find a 20-foot sewer hose used when the campground sewer connection is farther away from the RV. You'll also find the sewer hose support, disposable gloves, emergency warning triangles, RV antifreeze, and portable tire inflator. If you ever need to stop on the side of the road, place the warning triangles behind the RV to help alert other drivers. After using any of these items, please return them to this compartment. Before driving, always make sure the compartment door is securely closed and locked. Let's take a look at the generator compartment. Most guests will never need to open this compartment because the generator can be started and stopped from inside the coach. However, I want you to know where it's located. Inside you'll find the generator start button. You'll also see the generator power switch. If the generator is running but you don't have power inside the RV, check the switch to make sure it's turned on. Or, again, check if the cable is plugged in the power compartment into the outlet. Now let's look at the diesel fuel fill. This RV uses diesel fuel only. Never put gasoline into this vehicle. My recommendation is to refill the fuel tank when the yellow light comes on. Don't wait until the tank gets extremely low, especially when traveling in remote areas. Running out of fuel in a diesel vehicle can be very inconvenient and may result in costly repairs. Before we finish the exterior walkthrough, let's take a quick look under the hood. Most guests will never need to do anything here, but I want you to know where a few important items are located. First, this is the windshield washer fluid reservoir. If the washer fluid level gets low during your trip, this is where additional fluid can be added. Next is the coolant reservoir. The minimum and maximum levels are marked on the tank itself, and now it's a good level. This is the engine oil dipstick. The dipstick is used to check the engine oil level. And finally, this is the DEF tank fill location. DEF stands for diesel exhaust fluid, and it's required for proper operation for diesel emission system. If you receive a DEF warning on the dashboard, please refill the DEF tank as soon as possible with proper DEF fluid. If you notice any warning lights, fluid leaks, or anything unusual during your trip, please contact me right away. That completes the exterior walkthrough of the Winnebago Vita 24F, and in the next video we'll move inside the coach and learn how to operate all of the interior systems and controls.